Alright guys, here is the shift pack, shift solenoid pack with the back cover removed off of it. Alright, now you remember what the code was. It was shift solenoid C. And it didn't say high, low, anything along the lines of voltage, so we knew it was some type of mechanical failure in the shift solenoid itself. But just to confirm it, I wanted to see if I could repair this, and all the auto parts stores I've called said they cannot get parts for them, and it's Sunday, dealerships aren't open. But as easy as these are to get to and get out, it's honestly worthwhile to spend the $150, buy the new solenoid, bolt, unbolt the old one, bolt the new one on, and there you have it. But on the cover, how can I get this here? Caution, removing cover can alter calibration. Replace, do not repair. How true is that? I don't know. I'm not a tranny guy. But being that this is my brother's car, I'm willing to do just about anything to get it running for him. And I'll show you what I did find wrong with this. Let me try to rig up the mount here so I can video this. Get some of this garbage out of our way. You see my meter? Oops, there we go. Okay. And then you see the shift solenoid. I'll take my test leads. These are coils. These should be, pretty much a dead short. Alright. This is coil A, I believe. Right now. No, that was coil D, I'm sorry. I have it backwards. This is coil C. I have nothing. Coil B, no resistance. Coil A, no resistance. Coil C, it's got absolutely nothing. So that's it. I got to replace this shift pack. And the installation is just the opposite of putting it in, so hey, hope you guys watch this, hope you like it, and like I said, I'm really sorry about my poor videography, but I don't have the equipment to do it correctly. But these are things that people need to know so that it doesn't cost them a pile of money to have this fixed, because my brother took this to a dealership in Pittsburgh about a year ago. Kind of the same thing happened, and they diagnosed it as a shift solenoid was bad, and they wanted $3,500 to replace this shift solenoid and put like a control arm on it, something along those lines. Well, we had it towed back here, so what I found was the tranny cooler lines had broke inside of the radiator and swapped the two fluids together, so the transmission wasn't working because it was running on coolants mixed with tranny fluid. So all I did was I manually flushed the transmission here in my garage, cleaned everything out, took everything apart, cleaned it up real good. That was might have been about 2 years ago, and it's been running fine ever since until the other day this happened. Like I said, thanks for watching, and as time goes on, these videos will get better. Goodbye. Alright, earlier I was talking about checking across these solenoids to see if they were good and bad. This is the new solenoid. This is the old one. Now when I checked this, I had this plate off. This is the control plate that houses the resistors for the solenoids. Now, if you check them right here, you're going to get the same reading, whether the solenoids are bad or not. because it goes through the resistor first, which I can check right here. So even on a bad solenoid, you're going to get about 204 on this one. I think this one was like same thing and the same thing. Alright, but you can check them, the tabs or the solenoid stick up right here, so you can still do, you can get that check right there, and all you have to do is you just take this plate off, not the whole control plate. So we'll go over this again. We'll check these on the old one compared to the new one. Dead short pretty much. Nothing. That's a completely open circuit. Reading like a dead short, and that's pretty much how a coil reads, depending on some coils have resistance in them. I have none of the paperwork on any of this, so I don't know what they're supposed to read. And on the new one, every one of the coils reads. But the resistors read the same as on the old coil. So you're not going to be able to find a bad coil without some other type of, equipment that I don't have and I don't even care to get, by going through the pins or by checking across these, because you're going to get the same no matter what. Here, I'll do one of these pins to show you. Alright, now it's much higher because you're reading through the pins, the wiring, everything. So without having all the correct paperwork and the wiring schematic, and I've scoured the internet looking, and I can't find anything good enough to, give proof positive on what everything's supposed to be, but I know this solenoid reads different than this solenoid. All four of these read the same. All three of these on this one read the same. One reads different. So that's proof enough to me this is bad. I'm going to replace it, and I'll show you the mount that it goes in. Right there's the mating surface, all nice and cleaned up, and I went ahead and replaced the oil pressure sending unit and the reverse light switch too while I was waiting, and that's that. And now this is the end. Tomorrow, when it's daylight out, I'll get the rest of this put together tonight, and when it's daylight out tomorrow, I will take it for a test drive, and I'll take you guys along with me to see the results. Have a good one.